In the UFC 316 main event, Merab Dvalishvili put an exclamation mark on his rivalry with Sean O'Malley. This time, the champ stopped his American foe with a north-south neck crank in round 3 in a fight he wanted to approach a little bit differently.
In the win, and then I can now, like, I risk it today. Not risk, but I play more open today, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to win the first time, especially against dangerous opponent like Sean O'Malley is. And, okay, I will tell you, yeah, so the game plan was to fight. Wherever fight will go, I was ready for everywhere.
The two first clashed at Noche UFC in 2024 when the braggadocious O'Malley wore the crown. That night, Merab smothered Sugar with takedowns and control en route to a dominant, albeit thrilling, unanimous decision win. This time, Merab met a humble, sober, and non-rainbow-haired O'Malley. But Merab didn't care. He was still out to take whatever O'Malley had left, whether it was hair, weed, or legacy.
You know, I truly believe I'm going to knock Merab out. Come Sunday, no one's going to give a about Merab, and that's just, it is what it is.
Keep talking, and you're gonna get more humble. I'm making people humble. And you will see June 7th. Yeah, you was playing all this time like a humble guy, but okay, I'll show you again, one more time. Keep talking.
O'Malley even ditched the flamboyant outfits he'd become famous for the weigh-ins. And he arrived in a simple fight tracksuit for his first bout back since losing the belt. He was clearly taking this seriously. Meanwhile, Merab came in doing Merab things. All smiles, high energy, and zero regard for pageantry. Both men hit the bantamweight mark, but once again, Merab gave up a significant amount of size and reach. It didn't matter last time, and it didn't matter this time either, although the stakes were a little bit higher for this bout. That's because the POTUS was in attendance. That's right, Donald Trump and his entourage stopped by to catch the fight with his old friend, UFC CEO Dana White, presumably because it was late and the golf course was closed. The president prioritizing a photo opportunity while his country devolves into a political, legal, economic, and environmental dumpster fire was a bit like a Girl Scout starting a house fire to sing Kumbaya with her troop. But hey, the main event wasn't great for America either. Round 1 saw the Georgian doing what he does best: relentless pressure, takedown chains, and violence in the clinch. O'Malley started to find his groove in round 2, which ended in a wild spinning scramble that had fans on their feet. But in round 3, Merab dragged O'Malley back to the mat for the tap. The win makes it 13 straight for Dvalishvili, the second longest active UFC streak behind Islam Makhachev and tied for 4th in UFC history. This all has some speculating that he's on his way to bantamweight GOAT status. I agree, we've been talking about what it will take to beat him. I don't know, said White at the post-fight presser. He's definitely there in the conversation as bantamweight GOAT. Next up for Merab is likely one of 2 men, the first of whom is Petr Yan. The former champ and current number 2 ranked bantamweight is on a 2-fight winning streak since losing to Merab. But it's Corey Sandhagen, who Jan beat for the interim title in 2021, that the champ is most interested in. Top of my head, Sandhagen is the best deserving guy in this division right now, especially as he was always fighting the best of the best. He was company guy, reasoned the champ. I think he deserves it the most. And in the co-main event, Kayla Harrison added a UFC title to her brimming collection of gold by submitting Julianna Peña with a nasty kimura in the final seconds of round 2. That's 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 PFL tournament championships, and now a UFC world title.
You know, this belt right here, yes, best in the world, but this belt represents so much more than that. The journey to get here and the woman that I've become, from being 6 years old on my Mimi's couch watching the 96 Olympic Games to being here. I've been through some and I feel like my spirit is unbreakable and my faith is unshakable, and who I am as a person is someone that I'm proud of. So yes, this belt is amazing, but the journey to get here is really what matters most to me.
Harrison was the first US judoka ever to win Olympic gold, and then she did it again 4 years later before jumping into MMA in 2018. She immediately dominated the PFL, where she bulldozed her way to not one, but two $1 million championships in the women's lightweight division. To go after the gold she was missing, a UFC belt, Kayla had to skip featherweight and drop all the way to bantamweight. But this title fight wasn't just for the ultimate prize in fight sports. It was a chance at becoming the face of women's MMA.
It would be an honor and a privilege to be the face of women's MMA. I don't take it lightly. I consider it a huge responsibility, and Saturday night I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all in the cage so that I can be a new UFC champion of the world.
The champ, Julianna Peña, had dethroned the women's MMA GOAT Amanda Nunes before losing the belt in their immediate rematch. All she wanted was their trilogy, but Nunes retired before that could happen. Unfortunately for Peña, it was Harrison who took up the challenge, and she found the champ's verbal attacks even less fearsome than her in-cage ones.
She definitely hasn't gotten under my skin. I got thick skin. It takes a little more than a chihuahua barking to get under my skin, but...
Even your chihuahua doesn't like you, Kayla. Even your own dang dog doesn't even like you.
The time for talking is almost over, and Saturday night we're gonna find out.
There is the face of women's MMA, and you're looking at her.
I can't hear her.
Julianna, for you though, I know you said through this process you haven't been talking trash, you've just been defending yourself. But, you know, they say in sports the best defense is a good offense. So do you feel this has affected Kayla at all?
I don't know. I can only speak for myself and what I have to do, and I'm only responding to the things that she has said to me. So it's not necessarily trash talk. It's more so the fact that I'm not going to let this girl talk all over me and try to think that she's going to get into my head. It's not going to happen.
In stark contrast to Peña, Harrison didn't need trash talk to get into anyone's head. The judo extraordinaire looked terrifyingly jacked, having dropped 20 pounds of anything that definitely wasn't muscle to make bantamweight. Peña could say whatever she liked about not being afraid or intimidated, but when the champ took to the scales, her body language and loose-fitting, seemingly inflated tracksuit said more than her words. Once the fight began, it didn't take long. Harrison planted Peña on the mat, where Peña panicked and fed Harrison illegal up kicks like they were freedom fries. The point deduction didn't mean a thing because Harrison dragged her back down in round 2 before ending it with a kimura. After the win, Harrison exited the cage and, naturally, got a kiss from the POTUS with the mostest sexual assault lawsuits, but there's only one person she needs to worry about touching her inappropriately. That's the former 2-time bantamweight champion, 1-time featherweight champion, and undisputed women's GOAT, Amanda Nunes, as she was at cage side, having already said she'd return to face the winner.
I just want to fight. I definitely want to fight Amanda. She's the greatest of all time. I want to be the greatest of all time. I've wanted that for a long time now. It's not personal. There's no bad blood. I don't care what weight we fight at, you know? Like, I walk around at 100 and... I'm not even going to tell you guys what I walk around at. Never mind.
Both Merab and Harrison pocketed $50K performance bonuses for their championship efforts. Also cashing in were Kevin Holland and Joo-sang for their highlight reel stoppages. Back to the topic of doing fight sports right and wrong, the UFC's highly anticipated but far too long overdue bout between the heavyweight champion Jon Jones and the interim champion Tom Aspinall has still not been made. But finally, there's good news. According to Dana White, the fight is set to happen. They're just waiting on some pesky paperwork. Jon Jones agreed to do the fight, White said. Jon Jones was offered the deal and accepted the deal. So what's the holdup? The PFL's heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou has put his hand up to face the champ. Since he vacated the UFC title, Ngannou has been the man Jones has been more interested in adding to his trophy wall than any interim champions who actually deserve the fight. Either way, Dana doesn't care, and he insists that Tom is next. It's Aspinall's fight. I mean, we've been talking to this kid forever about it. It's his fight, reiterated Uncle Dana. We'll figure it out. I don't have Ngannou under contract, and Aspinall is the guy. And the brave CF96, Mohamed Fakhreddin delivered a highlight reel knockout by sleeping Urko Yun with one punch to win the light heavyweight belt. And Borislav Nikolic wrapped up bantamweight champ Nicolas Huende with a slick ninja choke in round 4.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.